Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. Fans have once again received confirmation that Bachelor in Paradise will once again be airing on ABC this summer, after a previous hiatus, and now they're learning more about what to expect from the upcoming installment, including changes. The show, which features alum Wells Adams as a bartender, as other Bachelor Nation hopefuls try to connect and find romance with partners from other seasons, but was preempted last year to allow room for Jen Tran's season of The Bachelorette. Now, after learning that two of her former suitors were headed to the beach for an upcoming season, and theories about an unexpected addition to the cast, fans are learning more about what else will happen on the highly anticipated return. The upcoming 10th season will feature some changes in comparison to the past seasons of the show. Eamon Holmes berates Meghan Markle's new Netflix show. One big change will come from behind the scenes, with a new showrunner. According to Deadline, the show has tapped Scott Teedy from ABC's sister show, Claim to Fame, and Bravo's Summer House. Claire Freeland, Jason Ehrlich, and Bennett Graebner took over as Bachelor Nation showrunners in 2023, ahead of Mike Fleiss stepping down to misconduct allegations. It's unclear why they are being replaced for the new season of Paradise. However, one thing that won't be different is the host, as Jesse Palmer is expected to return. He previously hinted at some coming changes as well. I don't know what those changes are going to necessarily be. I certainly have my own hopes what it might be, but I'm just really excited to get back to the beach personally, and to see our lovely cast, and to hopefully see some people fall in love and get engaged, he told Swoon. A full cast announcement has not been made, as the show is likely hoping to score a few cast members from Grant Ellis's upcoming season of The Bachelor. In terms of recent hopefuls who are confirmed, Jen's suitors, Jonathan Johnson, who was eliminated after Hometowns, and Hakeem Moulton are part of the cast. A premiere date for Paradise has not yet been confirmed.
Before the chaos. The beach was quiet, or at least as quiet as Sayulita's golden shores ever get before cameras roll. Waves whispered against the sand. The tiki torches that had seen countless proposals, breakups, and drunken confessions sat unlit. The famous bar where Wells Adams had served margaritas, shots, and unsolicited advice stood untouched. To the casual eye, nothing had changed, but those who had worked behind the scenes for years felt it. The air itself seemed heavier, charged with a different kind of anticipation. This summer wasn't just another season. Bachelor in Paradise wasn't returning as the same sun-drenched soap opera fans had grown to love. It was returning with a new identity, one the producers hoped would save the show from its critics and resurrect its once fiery magic. For almost 10 years, Paradise had been Bachelor Nation's summer fling. It was the fun, messy cousin of the polished, rose-petal-perfect Bachelor and Bachelorette. It was unpredictable, intoxicating, and often unhinged in the best way possible. But lately, the cracks were showing. Viewers had complained of recycled tropes, predictable drama, and storylines that seemed scripted instead of spontaneous. By last season, ratings dipped to their lowest point in years. Social media was brutal. Same story, different beach. It's just Instagram auditions now. I miss when Paradise felt real. The message was clear. Either Paradise evolved, or it would be buried under the sand for good. The announcement that shook Bachelor Nation. The first hint came during the After the Final Rose special of Joey Graziadei's season. Jesse Palmer, standing in his trademark crisp suit and mischievous grin, teased the audience. "We know you've all been asking," he said, his voice smooth but carrying that familiar showman's edge. "Yes, Bachelor in Paradise will be back this summer." The audience erupted, but Jesse raised a hand to quiet them. Then he dropped the bombshell. "But Paradise won't be the same as you remember it. This season, we're making significant changes." Gasps, whispers, screams. The audience leaned forward in unison. Jesse didn't elaborate. Instead, he gave that cryptic host smile and walked off stage, leaving Bachelor Nation with more questions than answers. That moment lit a fire. Whispers, rumors, and leaks. It started with a Reddit post. "I heard from a friend who works in production there will be 2 beaches this year." Most dismissed it as fan fiction, but then TMZ ran a piece. Bachelor producers scout multiple villas for Paradise revival. Suddenly, the rumor had legs. Then came the Instagram leaks. A travel blogger in Sayulita posted a drone shot of 2 separate beachfront compounds under construction. Within minutes, fans zoomed in, enhanced, circled furniture, and cross-referenced it with past Paradise setups. "This isn't one beach, it's 2, one user wrote on Twitter. "Are we getting Love Island vibes?" another replied. Podcasts exploded with theories. Some said it would be like Survivor tribes. Others claimed contestants would have to earn their spot on the main beach. A few suggested something even juicier. What if contestants could move between beaches, choosing loyalty or betrayal in real time? For weeks, no one knew the truth. But one thing was certain. Paradise was changing, and fans were hooked before a single margarita hit the bar. The big reveal. In early May, ABC finally dropped the trailer. It opened with a sweeping shot of the Sayulita coastline. But instead of one villa, the camera panned to reveal 2 separate compounds, each with its own cabanas, pools, and rose ceremony setup. Jesse Palmer's voice rang out dramatically. This summer, Paradise is divided. The screen split in 2. Contestants in one villa toasted with champagne. Contestants in the other splashed in the ocean. Then came the twist. You can stay loyal to your side or risk everything by crossing to the other. The tagline flashed across the screen. 2 beaches, 1 paradise. Endless drama. Fans lost their minds. Casting chaos. The cast announcement came in waves, literally. Instead of dropping one giant list, ABC revealed contestants week by week. From Joey's season, fiery fan favorite Daisy Kent, Heartbroken runner-up Kelsey Anderson, pre-twins reveal, and the polarizing villain Leah. From Charity season, Xavier Bonner, Seeking Redemption, doting single dad Caleb B., and surprise wildcard Braden Bowers, earring collection intact. From Zach season, Brooklyn Willie, who fans prayed would finally get the cowboy romance she deserved. From The Golden Bachelor, Sandra Mason, the 75-year-old fan favorite with the sass of a teenager and the wisdom of a sage. Sandra's inclusion was the twist no one saw coming. Bachelor Nation had begged for a Golden spin-off crossover, but few believed producers would actually do it. The internet went wild. TikTok edits of Sandra lip-syncing to Nicki Minaj soundbites racked up millions of views. Fans created memes imagining her shutting down 20-something drama with one eye roll. But even bigger than the laughs was the question: could love actually bloom across generations? Behind the scenes, production insiders whispered that the new format was pure chaos. Contestants didn't arrive all at once. Instead, they were shuffled in waves, with producers deliberately stacking one beach with fan favorites and the other with supposed villains. And the crossing twist? It was real. Every 3 days, contestants were given a choice: stay with their villa or cross over to the other. But once you crossed, you couldn't return. One producer described it like this: it was like watching middle school cafeteria politics, but with bikinis and tequila. Jealousy brewed fast. Couples thought they were solid until someone crossed to the other side and found themselves tempted by new options. Rivalry sparked between villas. And for the first time, Paradise felt unpredictable again. The drama unleashed. By the second week, chaos was in full swing. Daisy and Xavier clicked instantly, until Xavier crossed to the other villa, chasing sparks with Brooklyn. Braden found himself torn between Leah and a surprise late arrival from Zach's season, creating a love triangle that fueled Twitter hashtags for weeks. Sandra shocked everyone by becoming the unexpected confidant of the younger girls, giving advice that was both brutally honest and hilarious. At one point, she told a tearful contestant, "Honey, if a man can't decide between you and someone else, let him go. He'll just end up deciding between retirement homes later." The villas weren't just divided physically, they became divided emotionally. Alliances formed, enemies were declared. And with no fantasy suites this season, every relationship had to prove itself in daylight. Fans react. Twitter was electric. Split villas? Genius. Sandra is carrying this season already. This is the best Bachelor content since Hannah Brown's season. Podcasts doubled their downloads. TikTok accounts dedicated to dissecting every scene gained tens of thousands of followers overnight. For the first time in years, Paradise wasn't just being watched, it was being lived, dissected, memed, and debated in real time.
Became war. By week 3, Paradise wasn't just paradise anymore. It was a battleground. The two-villa twist had turned into something nobody expected: open rivalry. Contestants didn't just talk about their love interests anymore. They debated which villa was winning. Villa A had Daisy, Brayden, and Sandra, making them fan favorites on social media. Villa B had Brooklyn, Xavier, and Leah, giving them the reputation of being the chaotic beach. Every time someone crossed, it felt like a betrayal. Twitter lit up with hashtags like #VillaLoyalty, #BeachHoppingBrayden, #SandraForPresident. Then came the first shocking move. Daisy, torn between waiting for Xavier to find his way back or protecting her heart, crossed to Villa B. It was the moment that split Bachelor Nation. Some praised her for going after what she wanted. Daisy deserves love, period. Others thought it was reckless. She abandoned Villa A and Sandra. How could she? Suddenly, Daisy wasn't just a contestant. She was the season's lightning rod. The golden wild card. If fans thought Sandra Mason, at 75, would fade into the background, they couldn't have been more wrong. Sandra became the narrator of the season. Producers couldn't get enough of her sharp one-liners. Every time someone cried over a man they'd known for 6 days, Sandra had a reaction. "Baby, that's not heartbreak, that's heartburn. Drink some water. At your age, you bounce back in hours. At mine, it takes a week. You'll be fine." But Sandra wasn't just comic relief. She shocked everyone by forming a genuine connection with Caleb B., the single dad from Charity season. At first, fans thought it was just a sweet friendship. They bonded over family stories, margaritas, and late-night ocean swims. But then, during a rose ceremony, Caleb looked into Sandra's eyes and said, "I came here thinking love had an expiration date. You showed me it doesn't." The beach erupted. The internet melted down. Sandra and Caleb weren't a gimmick. They were real. TikTok edits of their slow dances under the tiki torches went viral. Fans dubbed them Golden Love. And just like that, a crossover dream became reality. The villain arcs. No Paradise season is complete with villains, and this year they were messier than ever. Leah lived up to her villain edit, hopping between Brayden and 2 new arrivals and always managing to stir the pot just when things seemed calm. Xavier tried to rebuild his reputation after breaking Charity's heart, but his indecision only painted him as more untrustworthy. Fans accused him of being the math guy who can't add up what he wants. Brayden, though charming at times, fell into old habits, flirting with everyone and promises faster than he could switch earrings. But this season's true supervillain was none other than production itself. By forcing contestants to choose between villas, producers became the puppet masters in plain sight. Contestants cried not just over love, but over feeling manipulated. And viewers, they ate it up. The no fantasy suite twist. By week 5, Jesse Palmer delivered another curveball. "There will be no fantasy suites this season," he announced. "Instead, you'll be asked to decide, leave the beach together now or leave separately as singles." The contestants were stunned. No private overnight dates, no final chance to test relationships, just a raw choice right then and there. Couples crumbled under the pressure. Daisy and Xavier, already on shaky ground, split dramatically on the beach. Brooklyn decided to walk away solo, declaring she deserved someone who wouldn't hesitate. But Caleb and Sandra, they held hands, looked Jesse straight in the eye, and said they were leaving together. It was the first confirmed couple of the season. Golden Love 3 everything else. This is the real power couple. For the first time in years, Bachelor Nation was rooting for a love story without cynicism. The finale shock.
The finale was filmed at sunset, torches blazing, waves crashing harder than usual, as if nature itself knew something big was coming. Only 3 couples remained. Each faced the same choice: leave together or leave alone. Brayden and Leah, predictably, imploded in spectacular fashion, accusing each other of betrayal mid-ceremony. Daisy and Brooklyn, having reconciled as besties, chose to walk out arm in arm as single women, declaring they didn't need a man to validate their paradise journey. Sandra and Caleb, against all odds, left as a couple, their hands entwined, promising to see each other in the real world. But then Jesse dropped the final twist. "This isn't the end of Paradise," he said. "Next season, we're expanding the format. Paradise won't just be in Mexico anymore. It'll be worldwide." The screen flashed: Bachelor in Paradise, global love. Fans lost their collective minds. The fallout. After the finale aired, social media was unstoppable. Memes of Sandra filled every corner of the internet. She became the unlikely breakout star, landing talk show interviews, brand deals, and even rumors of her own reality dating spinoff. Daisy became a feminist icon for leaving Paradise on her own terms. Brooklyn gained respect for her strength and humor. As for the villains, Leah leaned into her role, posting tongue-in-cheek TikToks about being the beach hopper. Xavier quietly disappeared from Instagram for months. Brayden, he kept selling earrings. But the biggest question wasn't about them. It was about the franchise itself. Could Paradise's reinvention save Bachelor Nation? For the first time in years, the answer felt like a resounding yes. The Legacy Reborn. By the end of summer, ratings revealed what fans already knew. This was the best season of Bachelor in Paradise in years. The twists had worked, the cast had delivered, and most importantly, viewers believed in the love stories again. Sandra and Caleb continued dating after filming, posting wholesome photos of family dinners and beach trips. Daisy landed a book deal about her journey through heartbreak and healing. Brooklyn became a fan favorite to star as the next Bachelorette. And Jesse Palmer, he ended the reunion special with a grin, raising his glass to the camera. Paradise isn't just back, it's better than ever. And next year, the world is our beach.